quad screen here. I just come up here, and this is you swimming freestyle. So as you can see, you've got a nice long line going from your hips to your head and through to your feet there, which is a good drag coefficient. If I just slowly increase I just slowly move you forward, what we're looking for.
You can go, you literally frame by frame. It's like a still.
Yeah. So all I'm doing is going up and down on the mouse here.
Yeah.
Now what you'd be ideally looking for here in order to catch the most amount of water is bending that elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you can see from that, you keep it quite straight all the way through the stroke and bend it quite late on. All right, so a little bit of a...
so you want to bend it
a little bit earlier would be ideal. And as you see, your eye line is just lifted up a little bit. As that hand enters, your head's just popped on up, and that's created a little arch in your lower back there.
Yeah.
Which is just it's not a big issue, but...
It works a bit, yeah.
What you are doing really nicely is you're keeping the hand and the shoulders in line. You know, any rise of the hand above the shoulders is going to create a little bit of an impingement into your...
so it's keeping my neck kind of...
Yeah, keeping that super long line. But what you can see from your hand there is you've slightly turned it in like that. So you want to press down with that wrist.
That's what you can do as well.
To help the catch.
You can just draw a nice long line along here. So you can see where you're supposed to be going here. Just follow that line. And you can do that with...
Circles.
Yes, you just drop an angle on it.
Freehand.
Yeah, so you
can draw an angle. We can talk about coming down here, and then finding what angle you want to be dropping down at, finding the angle of your arm here, any of that stuff, and then you can just quite quickly take draw off.
And then if we look at your actual pull pattern itself, so the lines you're creating are pretty good. I mean, as you see when you lift, if we go back up here briefly, as you lift your head, you'll see you lose a little bit of balance in your back and stability. So your head comes up, and can you see that arc in your lower back there? That's just from a slight lift of the head. But if we go back to this one here.
So if I keep my crown a bit lower, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, it's literally just a turn of the head that we want to be looking for there. So if we watch you coming in from the floor cam, we can see just how the hips are going from side to side there. So you come on in, and you're rotating very nicely with the hips there. You know, almost getting a full 90 degree.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's the Superman shot that we talked about before.
There it is there. But you can just see.
But the catch, what you're saying is that as I'm coming out of that.
Yeah. You want to be into that position a little bit earlier. Because if you think, the quicker you get into this position, you're using all of this to propel through the water. If it's coming in a little bit later.
I thought I was doing that, you see. Yeah. I'll tell people about that, but you know,
if you look at
the cameras, it's helpful. Yeah.
If you look at your hips, if we just go in real time, see how your feet are kind of just dragging out the back. What you want to do is, if we go just a little bit faster, you can see your hips are kind of swinging and your legs are kind of swinging with your hips.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So what you've got to do is you're just operating a 2-beat kick there. But if you started just to develop a more kind of 4-beat
that was
kick,
distance,
yeah. So you're just working real distance per stroke there, which was good.
What we can do as well is whilst we're recording this screen.
I'm swimming it like I would swim like a distance swim.
Yeah, exactly.
So whilst you're in the pool, I can use my iPad to access any of the cameras. So what I did whilst Euan was doing that is I put this here and just did a little bit of commentary. It gets better in a second. On what you're doing. Or I should have done anyway. So that's from my iPad.
He was just doing that like independently
at
the far end. But if we go back to the playback manager, so what we just talked about there, we've got to stop record.
Yeah. This is it.
So this is good, Stephen. Here, what you can see, as Euan's saying on the other camera, is you've got a nice long line between your hand and your hips. You can see that your leg kick's a bit inconsistent there. A bit more leg kick might just give you a bit more drive and a bit more balance.
So I can do that. So that's from the iPad. That I was doing that whilst you were swimming, whilst Euan was just making sure the cameras were set up.
And the sound quality's decent.
Yeah.
You stop that record.